I'm going to skip the introduction part of my company because I just have 15 minutes and I have so much to tell you. But what my company does, actually, we're now 4 years old, 50 people. What we do, we build Internet of Things, big data and machine learning applications for cities, hospitals and big industrial companies, because the technology behind is always the same. We're not we tend to say we're not a disruption company. Why? Because we always leave everything that's there, the legacy software and hardware, we leave it in place. We're a company that comes on top of the existing infrastructure. Yeah, we won some prizes, that's not so important. We had an investment of 10 million euros in March, that's quite important. And with that, we're building the Romcore. Now, what is the Romcore? The Romcore is a software platform that you can bring in a company, bring into a city, bring into a hospital, and you connect all the existing data that is existing already in software and hardware, we connect it to our platform. And then on top of that, we can go building smart applications, smart visuals, but also it's really perfect for Internet of Things applications. What we did in Antwerp is really interesting. 2 years ago I was sitting next to the mayor of Antwerp in the bus in Shanghai, and he told me, Jorik, in Belgium, I first have to tell you this, in Belgium we have these signs, these road signs you can ask to the city, you can ask them to put in front of your house. Why? If you want to move, or if you want an electrician to come and to repair something, you want a spot in front of your house where he can park. I know it's not common in a lot of countries. I've seen it in Silicon Valley. They have also these road signs. But so in Belgium, to avoid fighting neighbors and everything, you can order these signs and the city comes and places them. So then for a day or for 2 days or 3 days, nobody can park there and you pay for it. And he said, Jorik, these signs at this moment, they are maintained by the police, and we want to bring them to the workforce of the city, because the police have more important things to do. Can you find a solution? Because at this point, if there are 100 of these in the streets, just 10 of the 100 of them are legally asked at the city. Because this is typical Belgians. What we tend to do, we have lack of bureaucracy and government. We Belgians, it's typically, we just take the signs and we put them in our basement. And then the city, they can't find them anymore. And then in the morning when you leave and you go to work, you just put them out, you leave to work, you come back and you have a spot and you park and you take them back in. It's typically Belgian. So he said and it was a disaster. You couldn't park anywhere anymore in the city. And it's really a problem. So he asked, can you find a solution for it? And then we started thinking of a software platform and a digital sign. And what we have built, we've built it in 5 months. We built it upon the Romcore, is the following thing. Let's see if we have... Okay. We have... first we have an application for the civilian. He used to have to go to the police, and he got a paper, and on this paper there was a border of a street, and it was drawn, but it was every time the same, and you had to draw on that paper where you wanted your signs. But that on itself is stupid, because nowhere the road is the same. And then you had to hand it the paper, and then they came to place the signs. We've built a website, and we connected it to the data layers of Flanders and of the city of Antwerp. And now you can just say, in this street, from this number to this number, I want some spots. And then automatically, with the payment module, you can order them. But then we made a connection with our Romcore to the ERP module of the city of Antwerp. So if there is an event in the city, we automatically detect errors, like we say. No, you can't ask those signs at that point, because there will be a big parade and it's not possible that day. So that's already a big improvement. And then the city, they can see all the applications and they can assign them to dispatch teams. And we've put in big data and machine learning because we cluster all the applications into clusters, and then we automatically dispatch them to the teams who place the signs. And then we build an app for the city worker who has to place the sign. And so in the morning he gets up and he says, find my most efficient route. And he goes through the city, places the signs. Now, we are building digital signs, but just for now, we already put QR codes on the signs. And this is a big improvement. Why? At the moment that the city worker places the sign, he scans the QR code, and that sign is linked to the application. So, every civilian now can, with a QR reader, can scan the sign, and he can see, is it at the right spot? Should it be a meter more there or there? And is the application still running? Because you have a lot of people, typical Belgians again, like they move to their job and just place it a meter further. When they come back, they place it back in park. So now there's social control. We went live with the platform in December. At that point, the city was making 350,000 euros a year with the signs. At this point, they did 2.5 million euros. And they do it with half of the people they did it before. Thanks to our platform. And what we're building now, and that's the cool thing, is a digital sign. So the next thing that will be possible, we already have some of it, but we have to make 2,500 of them now. The next thing, what will be possible is the city worker, he will place the digital sign. And then he activates it with his smartphone with NFC. At that point, the sign will get his data through Sigfox. I don't know if you know it. It's a new type of communication. It gets the data, and on an e-reader screen, it puts, you cannot park here from then till then, from that hour to that hour. Now, before it was written with chalk. So if someone came along and did this, you couldn't read it anymore. Or there was a paper on top of it, but when it rained, it was also not readable anymore. So that's also a big improvement, and because we use the e-ink, it doesn't consume so much battery. What we also put in is a moving sensor and GPS. Why? Our students have the same mentality as all Belgium, of course. So when they see a sign, they think, that's cool for at my dorm. And they just take it, and they go home. Now, when they're drunk, and they take it up and they want to take it home, then the moving sensor gives an alarm. When they're so drunk that the alarm doesn't annoy them, we start following them with the GPS sensor. And it goes directly to the police, because we also build a connection to the police, to their software. So because of all the connections, we make it really smart. Let's see, I think I have slides about everything of all this. This is the City Worker app. You see, that's what he uses. This is the city official, the police approval app platform. And here we see all the applications. So they're clustered into clusters. But if you would zoom in on this, then you see 193 signs at this point. But we got the signs, if there were 100 in the city before, now there are 50, 60 in the city. So thanks to our platform and what we've done, parking in Antwerp is way easier again. You can thank me later. Well, this is an old slide. No, it's a correct slide, because in just 6 months they made more than 1 million euros, and they will end at the end of the year with 2.5 million. And they even dropped from 7 to 2 employees for doing all this. Now, this is the sign. So it uses those technologies I just explained. But we have to change the sign, because according to police, how you say it?
Police code?
Yes, the police code. We cannot do this. The city really wants these because they are ergonomic and they're easy to carry for the city workers. But that's also typical Belgians. If there's not one centered line that's orange, it's not okay. And then when they attack the city, like with a lawyer, they don't have to pay it. And really, in Belgium, people tend to do stuff like this. It's really annoying. Now, we have something new. I promised you that I'll tell it today. During the summer, we were bored. We didn't have a lot of work because everybody went on a vacation, and when I sent an email I got 6 or 7 out of 10 out of office emails. So we built a new product. I had some developers who were doing nothing, so I put them on this. And it's something new. I haven't shown it in public before, but it's almost finished. And it's digital number plates. Another thing you have in Belgium, when you have a garage board, you have to put your number plate on the garage board, so you make it clear when you're parking there that the police can see, it's its own garage, because else they take you away. Now, if you go to work, or if you're on a holiday, that spot is useless. So, what have we done now? We've built a platform that everybody who wants to rent out his parking space can say from 9 till 5, other people can park here. And then when you leave, and if someone else comes along, he can reserve the spot. And we have a partnership with Proximus, B-Mobile. So we have here in Belgium 4411 parking SMS, so you can pay with SMS. We have a partnership with them, so you can, with the same 4411, you can pay for that spot, and then the digital number plate, it becomes your number plate. Also e-ink. This way, the civilian, he can earn money, the city, they can earn money, and we can earn money. We divide it in 3. A number plate like this costs 50 euros. You buy it, you put it on your gate, and from then you can just rent out your place in hours that you have foreseen. The good thing is that if people park too long, the fees are really high, and they had to give their credit card, so they cannot not pay it. So that's our safety, to make sure that someone doesn't park too long, or if it happens, then you have a lot of money. So this is new. We constantly build things like this. We do it in engineering in the harbor. We do it for hospitals, but these are the things we're building for smart cities. These are some other projects we've done. We're building digital dredging hoses, big hoses, 12 meters long, that are floating on the ocean, that automatically tells the company how much damage there is inside, so they know when they need to turn it. We are building with a drone. We're building something cool for the harbor, that if something happens in the harbor, an explosion or a fire, that a drone automatically lifts off, flies over there, flies through the smoke, and they can automatically tell these and these toxic gases are floating around, and he gives live footage to the brandweer, the fire department, so they can see there's 3 people on the roof, or the smoke is on the left but the fire is really on the right, and they can see all this before they come over there, and they win a lot of time. We do lots of these crazy things with technology in different sectors, but I hope you have enjoyed the part of the smart city, and now I'm open for questions.
Okay.